Alright people, hear me out. I know that this is going to sound crazy, but I want you guys to think about it. What if we take a javelin, take the role of that javelin or what that javelin is supposed to do, flip it upside down, build included. Imagine a storm playing a tank, getting right in the middle of everything, or a ranger playing the role of a debuff, or a colossus taking the backseat playing the role of a mage, doing what the storm is supposed to do. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, DA, this is crazy. What have you been smoking? Trust me, I haven't been smoking anything. I just had an epiphany. There are lots of people who like javelins and specific abilities in the game, but they don't like the role that that javelin is tied to. So in this new series of alternate builds, we will be flipping the whole place upside down and bring javelins out of their comfort zones. And we will start today's build with the Interceptor. While the Interceptor is widely known for that close and personal approach, we will be turning the Interceptor into a storm. Not literal, but they will be playing the same role. We will be taking that backseat and priming targets for our squad mates. And to get this done, we will be making use of the best primers we can get. So we're going to be picking out some really good cold procs and of course some really powerful guns. Because I also wanted to play the role of a crowd control, I decided to go with ice primers instead of fire. And I also went for snipers because, I love the range. Now, when it comes to weapon sets, you can choose whatever you want to choose. However, we want to be looking at that raw damage numbers and the range. Because when you're far away, you have to be thinking about that damage drop off. That is why that range is important and the raw damage numbers are important as well. So we have some marksman rifles that can also hit some range. So I decided to go with a siege breaker on one slot and the truth of Tarsus on the other. One is a primer and one can detonate if I need to. So for my two abilities in my support, I went for the target beacon, absolute zero, and Sanadin respite. You can also go for the searching glaive if you have one because that one will also boost your damage. We want to be removing armor, debuff, and also prime and crowd control at the same time. This is not going to be the most powerful build ever. This is not going to be the DPS build. This is going to be the support / crowd control build for the Interceptor. In terms of components, we are using mods that will grant benefits to weapons, so things such as extra ammo since we're using snipers, or things such as weapon damage or critical damage, that will be very crucial. And you also want to look at things that brings a lot of benefit to your abilities as well. But feel free to mix things up, you can go as wild as you want to go with it. One component that I will say is also very important and you will find useful is going to be Elusive Talisman. This mod reloads your weapons whenever you do a triple dodge. So whenever you empty your magazine, instead of wasting that 2-3 seconds reloading that sniper rifle, you can just dodge 3 times and it will automatically reload that weapon. Now, while the Interceptor is widely regarded as a melee assassin, this build focuses on the range potential of this javelin, and it also helps those of you who don't like getting close. I'm talking to a lot of you who don't like playing your role, so this is more of that. It helps a lot of you guys out. Now, altogether, we have this weird but beautiful setup. Now, this is an Interceptor that can do what a storm does, stay behind and control the flow of battle. Every time you prime something, your squad will subconsciously head over there to detonate that thing that you have primed. They can't help it. So even without saying a word, you can dictate where people go on the battlefield, and that is beautiful. We have a very powerful build right here, and we can get the job done in groups, and most especially when you're playing solo. Now, if you're lucky, you wouldn't even have to melee a target in any of the missions you go into. So let me know what you think about this. If you ever tried something like this before, let me know as well. And if you will be thinking about trying this build, feel free to share your thoughts on it down below in the comment section as well. Now, I know that this is not a traditional role, but it is something that is also quite nice and fun at the same time. Now, if you also have any other suggestions about builds and setups that you want me to look at, feel free to drop it in the comment section as well. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.